Welcome back to Welcome back to Marvel Rivals. Today is a big day. Season 1.5, we're busting it out. Let's go. Let's get into it. Let's check out the patch notes, check out the whatever, all the new content, everything that they've updated. And then we're gonna check the balance post, and this is gonna show all of our buffs and nerfs to characters. Let's get into it. So first off, this was posted yesterday, because you guys are seeing this on Friday. And let's see first off what we got. New content. Let's go. The Thing and the Human Torch are out. It's clobbering time. What else can I say? Let's move this a little closer. Are we back yet? Oh yeah, we're back. Okay, let's go. Anyways, it's clobbering time. Clobbered so hard it broke my mic. The Thing Trenchcoat skin and the Human Torch Negative Zone Gladiator are coming out, as well as First Family, but we don't mind those. You know, those are lame. Two good skins. But it's time, baby. Flame on. Let's go. Maps and modes. So we get a new convergence map. That means we are getting the, how do you say it? The alternative to our Midtown map, I believe. This is going to be Midtown-esque, but it's going to be domination, basically. You know, like Burn into T'Challa. Or the other ones. And then so, this is a big change right here. An extra 0.5 seconds of grace time will be added to the end of the overtime in all modes. So basically, let me paint you a picture, right? Sue Storm is on site. That's the only person on site. There is literally the tiniest sliver of overtime left because, as you know, it gradually decreases as time goes on. So Sue Storm is on site, and let's say Spider-Man dives her, and she double jumps off. In the past, that would have instantly lost you the game because she gets off. Now they're changing it to where that might not lose you the game because you have an extra 0.5 seconds of grace time. That is a big change because now you can do things like that. You can cloak form and like dodge and ult and get out of it real quick. In quick mode, matchmaking for substitutes will no longer occur when ranked when a quick match is about to end. That is basically just saying, you know, if your team is 5v6 and the game is about to end, you're not getting put into a, you know, you're not getting an extra character. That's good for if you're queuing. You don't want to get queued into a game that's going to end instantly. And then improved loading time. That's always good. But let's keep going. So we got the Twitch drops. The 2-in-1 spray is pretty good. I've seen it. Check it out. And then they're saying that we're going to get a new costume for Twitch drops later in the season. But, you know. Let's go. Alright, now check this out. This is pretty cool too. Players who purchase the Luxury Battle Pass and redeem all its awards can now convert any leftover chrono tokens for units at a specific ratio. Guys, do you understand how Let's bring it back. Do you guys understand how freaking amazing this is? This is massive. Let's go full screen real quick. This is massive. Because this means if you play the game enough, you can buy, maybe not buy, but you can get more units for the next season's battle pass. So potentially we're running into the predicament, but the lovely way that Fortnite did it, where if you buy one battle pass and don't use your V-Bucks for anything, you can keep buying battle passes. Now, in the surveys that you get when you first make your account, this was one of the things that I actually wrote down. So you can thank me. I get it. It's okay. In the comments below, you can thank me. Say, thank you, Santa. That's it. That's all I want. But we can maybe buy battle passes without having to spend another $10 every season. That's huge. That's amazing. I love that. This shows that they are taking care of us as players, bro. It's so nice. Peak Overwatch all over again. Let's go. I love this. All right, now, ranked. New Season 1 has been split into Season 1.0 and 1.5, with 1.0 obviously excluding February 21st at 8 a.m. And then our crests and costumes for ranked rewards will be distributed accordingly. In Season 1.5, players will retain their ranks from the end of Season 1. So you're not getting brought down. I think they were in the past, they were talking about dropping you 4 ranks, 4 divisions from where you were. So like if you were, let's say Gold 1, you would be like Silver 2 or something. I don't know. Does that math right? Hopefully. And, you know, we get the Blood Shield Invisible Woman skin. That will be rewarded, I believe, in Season 1.5. But if you don't get it, do not worry, because it's going to stay, it seems, it's going to stay until the end of Season 1.5, as well as Human Torch Blood Blaze. That's awesome. I mean, that's awesome. They are like, this is amazing. They're giving us another opportunity to get Blood Shield if you haven't got it. They're coming out with a matching, I'm assuming matching, skin for Human Torch. That's so cool. Let's go. Our Crest of Honor rewards for Season 1.5 will feature distinct designs for Grandmaster, Celestial, Eternity, and Top 500. So there will be a difference, it seems, in rank. That's the way it's painting the picture. Right now, it's if you have any of these, Grandmaster, Celestial, or Eternity, it is a silverish looking icon with the season's like number on it. But the Top 500 one is that in gold. But it seems that they're gonna make these distinct for each thing, and this is very large. This change right here is huge, and they're giving it to us so fast that this is amazing. This is great because you don't understand, unless you're up here, how often you get the same people. I've gotten this one guy so many times. Worf, if you're watching, I'm talking to you, bro. I've gotten this guy in my game at least 5 times, and every time it's just us going against each other, bro. It's crazy. Anyways, a hide own name competitive feature is now available for players at Diamond 3 and above. So no more target banning. This is awesome. This is huge. No more target banning. You can't be stream sniped on Twitch if you have TTV in your name. You can't get target banned if you just recently played with someone that you're playing with now on the enemy team. This is massive. After a short period in the battle, your name will pop back up. But that doesn't matter, because guess what? You've already banned. This is huge for bans, and that's why they're doing it, I believe, at Diamond 3 and above, because that's when bans pop out, and that's when you really need it. It doesn't matter if you're stream sniping someone who's actively playing the game. The game's too fast. It's very hard to stream snipe. It's a really fast game. Alright, so there is also some just general, additions they've added. Season statistics will now distinguish between Season 1.0 and 1.5. Basically, you're just filtering your data differently. This is kind of similar to how Valorant does it. Is in my head is how it's working. If you played Valorant, you know how they have the episodes and the acts. So like you could be on episode 1.1, 2, or 3. You know what I mean? And so you can distinguish your rank between each one of those. And I don't know if it actually ever merges back into just episode 1. I'm not 100% sure, but at the end of episode 1, your rank resets. So basically, you're gonna like keep your rank in the subdivisions, and then at the end of the season, it resets. Or I assuming so. Account deletion. I guess if you want to delete your account for some reason, you can. Inactivity detection. This is a pretty good change. So AFK timers will, like, let's say you're counting down and you die, right? So you're technically still inactive because you can't move or anything. So it'll pause during then and let you respawn and start moving again. Pretty good change. Reticle customization. All changes will now automatically upload to server storage, preventing loss due to local issues. Good change. I've never experienced that problem, so... graphics and settings optimize the brightness of some scene floors when reflection quality is set to off. Again, this is just an optimization thing, really, for graphics. I mean, this is very specific to people who have reflection quality off. And Discord binding interface. This seems really niche. This is a really niche adjustment, but whatever. Graphics and settings. NVIDIA DLSS 4 is now available, featuring DLS. Basically, they're giving us better options for the RTX 50 series. Like it says, generation generates up to 3 additional frames per traditionally rendered frames, providing even faster performance for gamers. So There we go. And it seems like for AMD we have anti-lag, reducing system latency between. So basically, reducing your latency between your input and what it does on the screen. That's about it. And then we fixed some frame pacing. Don't really know what that means. That's okay. So for console, some model detail graphics have been updated to enhance performance and stability. Mail system is just easier to use and optimize aim assist range and mechanics, making crosshair deceleration more visually intuitive. There you go, console players. Seems like you're getting better aim assist. Like you guys need it, bro. Come on. Fixes and optimizations. This gets interesting. This is pretty good. We're gonna run through these. I'm really excited to get to the heroes for this part. So stay tuned. So some UI prompts in the team voice system would occasionally delay or disappear. This is a pretty big change. So basically, if you ever notice that you've been talking in game chat and like it's not popping up, this is the problem. So like you can't see who's talking. So it's now I've not actually had a problem with this most of the time. There's two scenarios I can think of this. There's one time where I'm calling for like Mantis to damage boost me because I'm about to ult, and she's like, "Okay, I got you," and so I ult, and she hasn't damage boosted me because she thought I was someone else because my voice chat didn't pop up. Now I probably should have calmed, "Hey, I'm Star-Lord," or Moon Knight or whoever it was. And the second instance is when people are toxic, like, and I mean not just toxic, I mean like, next level, like I'm gonna report you for voice chat abuse. It's very difficult to see who's talking, so you end up having to report like everyone just to get that person. And then this rare issue where resolved a rare issue where players couldn't operate after reporting a player. I haven't experienced this. One of my friends on my game did, and I can't remember if he had to leave the game completely to get to fix it. But it broke his game, started the game, and like we instantly lost points. So this was on Clintar. He was playing Moon Knight and he reported someone for some type of voice chat abuse. And yeah, he just couldn't move. And so we instantly lost the first point and it really set the game off wrong. Pretty sure he had to leave and rejoin. And then corrected a variety of language and text issues. You guys know how that works. Alright, let's see. Fixed terrain issues that could cause characters to become stuck or clip through odd locations. I don't think I have any specifics on this. This is just basically, don't be stuck. Resolve various issues, including floating broken items, collision errors, etc. I'm not 100% sure the details of this. Other than just, things shouldn't be floating if there's no support. I'm assuming that's what it is. Addressed several sound issues on maps. Corrected a rare bug in Doom Match that displayed multiple players in first place, and rectified an issue in Conquest mode where, after reconnecting to a match, indicators such as KO streaks would not be displayed. There we go. Very simple fixes. I like it. Alright, so, heroes. This is where we go crazy. Fixed various hero sound effects issues. Resolved a series of quirky pairing performance issues between various heroes. Now we get into specifics. Spider-Man's wall crawl woes. Fixed an issue where Spider-Man sometimes couldn't use his abilities while falling from the top of a wall. The web slinger can now strike without a hitch. No more sticky situations. Alright, so if you were Spider-Man and you were falling from, I'm assuming, either the top of the wall or the ceiling, I guess you couldn't use your abilities. Now that you can fix it, that works. Okay, this is big right here. In the many games that you get Hulk, I actually thought this, believe it or not, I thought this was a feature because of how prominent this was. Hulk's banner backtrack. Resolved a glitch where Hulk couldn't be detected by vehicles or mission areas during his transformation back to Bruce Banner. The big guy's identity shift is now seamless. So basically, if Hulk was contesting cart and you got him out of Hulk form, he would no longer contest the cart. So let's say you're over time, on a cart, on a payload push. If you got Hulk out of form, or if Hulk, I think if he ulted as well, I'm not 100% sure. No, it seems like it's only when he was going back to Bruce. Sorry, didn't mean to screw that up. And, your overtime would just, basically be killed, even though you weren't dead or anything. They fixed that. That's massive. Doctor Strange's portal precision. This is another big one right here. This is a big one. Fixed a bug where Doctor Strange's portals could get destroyed if they intersected with broken, recursive, destruction objects during the rewind phase in Empire of Eternal Night Midtown. The Sorcerer Supreme's portals are now reliable as his magic. So this would just kill the portal. And you know how absolutely jacked up that is. That's not good at all. That's horrible. All right, good fix. Iron Fist Jumping Jack. Excuse me. Addressed an exploit that allowed Iron Fist to perform rapid consecutive jumps under a specific conditions. The martial artist acrobats are now finely tuned. Let's go. Don't let that champ breathe, man. That champ should not be in the game. But wait till later, because you guys are gonna see something that's crazy later. You're gonna see something that's crazy. We're not ready for it. It's about Iron Fist. Stay tuned. Whew. Loki's revival riddle. Fixed an issue where Loki would incorrectly indicate he was out of Adam Warlock's revival range while transforming within Adam Warlock's ultimate range. I've never had this issue. This seems very niche because you have to be running Loki and Adam Warlock. But obviously, if you're Loki and you die, even within a transformation with your ultimate, you should be rezzed. Let's go. Mr. Fantastic's elasticity error. Fixed an unexpected interaction where Mr. Fantastic's ultimate bounce range preview was affected by Cloak's phased state. The stretchy hero's powers are now back on track. Cool. Awesome. Easy. Captain America's unbound shield. Basically, Cap couldn't get stunned if he was ulted, while Spider-Man ulted him. Yes. Squirgle's sonic surprise. Just a sound issue. Now her sounds aren't sharp, popping. You know, it's great. Venom's damage dilemma. I think I'm not 100% sure. So I'm not sure if this is prefacing. I need to get this out of the way. I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. This keeps popping up. It's kind of bothering me too. Basically, when Venom ults, and I'm sure this. I don't think this is what this means. But I'm going to give you a little quick tip anyways, right? So when Venom ults, he does damage based on health. He also gains health based on damage dealt. So if you're playing Groot, you're going to take 40% damage, I believe. Which is like 380 health, maybe? 320 health, 380 health, something like that. Whereas you're playing, you know, Star-Lord, you're going to take 80 health, maybe. Something like that. But if you're Loki gemmed, Venom gets no damage dealt and gets no shield from it. Because, you know, if you're doing 320 damage to Groot and you're doing 80 damage to Star-Lord, you're going to get some crazy amount of shield. I'm not sure if it's 400 or what. It's a lot, though. It's a lot. And in the instance you're eating 2 tanks, full health, this is going crazy. But, yeah. So now we're just fixing his damage. Let that champ work the way it's supposed to. Mr. Fantastic's aim. So his arms wouldn't align with the targeting reticle when using his abilities. But now you can, you know, aim. So, Magneto's magnetic misfire. His ultimate could pass through characters without dealing damage due to discrepancies between collision models and visual effects. This collision body is not properly optimized to better suit the visual presentation. Big change, big change, big change. I don't know if you guys have seen the clips of people who are... No. I'm just kidding. I've actually tried this before. I have simply jumped into a Magneto ult as either Thor or Hulk. I'm not sure. And it basically just passes through you. And that is not cool because, you know, obviously if you're trying to save your cloak, it's worth eating a Magneto ult as Hulk. It's worth it. You're not going to die. So this is a big, big change. Now we can, you know, properly block using our bodies. It's an interesting statement. Portal Peril Prevention. Fixed an issue where if certain heroes were eliminated by terrain after using their abilities to pass through Doctor Strange's portals, it would sometimes not count as a KO for the Sorcerer Supreme. Now every portal pitfall will be counted. I have seen this, and this is really weird, because you'll just see, like, everyone's falling off, and then it's like, this guy has jumped off, like, you know, there's no kill, there's no initial kill, it's just a death marker. Hopefully that makes sense. So yeah, give the boy his kills. If he earns them, he earns them. Doctor Strange's visual vanishing effect. Sorry, I'm tripping. Fix a problem where other players sometimes couldn't see Doctor Strange's ultimate effect. The Eye of Agamotto will now dazzle everyone on the battlefield. Let's go, because we all want to see the Eye of Agamotto. By the Eye of Mama Coco, you know. Whew. Doctor Strange's control conundrum. Resolved an issue where Doctor Strange's ultimate control effect could be overridden by Luna Snow's or Scarlet Witch's control effect, prematurely ending his control. The Sorcerer Supreme's spells now hold strong. No more magic mix-ups. So what it seems to me is, like, if you were to Strange ult, you know how, like, you have X amount of stun where you can't move. So basically, if you were to be Strange ulted and get Wanda stunned it would prematurely take you out of the strange ult stun because you can't have 2 stuns on you, right? So it's like stun and then stun, but this stun's ending, so it's also ending this one because this one's overridden the other one, you know? So it's like, it's just ending your stun early. Cloak and... Where did I just go? What? Stop it. Oh my gosh, what is going on? It's gone. Well, that was not cool. Okay, anyways, where were we? Cloak and Dagger's Ice Imprisonment. Resolved an issue where, while using their ultimate, if being frozen by Luna's Snow, Cloak and Dagger would remain frozen even after taking damage. They can now break free from Luna's icy grips. Good. That's a good bug fix. You know? You shouldn't be... you shouldn't be frozen forever. Penny Parker's Cyber Conundrum. Basically, if Penny died while using Cyber Bond, and then Rez should be stuck in the animation. That's it. Mr. Fantastic's Stretch Cancel. Mr. Fantastic's Punch would be interrupted by a distended grip during its wind-up phase, yet still deal damage. That's not fair. It's not fair. We're not supposed to do damage when I'm not hitting stuff. That's why we play people like Cloak and Dagger, where you don't have to aim. Wanda, come on. Neymar, come on. Loki's ultimate illusion fix resolved an issue where after transforming into another hero and using their ultimate, the ultimate effects would remain if Loki was defeated. This is massive. Do you know what this means? I'm sure you guys have seen it. I'm sure you've seen it all the time, actually, matter of fact. If Loki takes Cloak ult and Cloak ults and on the point, boom, 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 boom. Her 4 dashes go off. I think that was 5, but it's okay. Her 4 dashes go off. And Loki dies. The Cloak ult lasts. If you know about Cloak ult, that does not work. If you're playing Cloak and you ult and you die in that, it goes away. Yes. That's right. This is massive because this also is one of those bugs that were like, is this supposed to happen like this because it's Loki and not Cloak? But yes, this is massive. I don't know what other ults it worked for, but I know for sure that it worked for Cloak. Big change. Rocket's Rival Resurgence. Fixed an issue where heroes that were revived by Rocket's res were unable to move. We're just making it where they can move. Oh my gosh. This is probably the most important bug fix in my head on this whole list right here. This is the magnum opus right here. Moon Knight's bounce damage. Resolved an issue where Moon Knight's bounce attack would occasionally fail to deal damage. Oh my gosh. Why haven't we gotten this before? This is basically a no-rag. If you're playing Panther and you dash into someone and it like gives you the hit sound effect, but you don't get your dash reset, that's a no-rag. If you're playing Moon Knight, this is such a problem because you can be like point blank and like you can be like basically kissing like someone. You could be basically kissing someone and throwing so many just freaking, what are they called? Attacks? They're not as onks, but you're throwing so many attacks into their dome, bro, and they're just eating them, and you're getting no regs after no regs. I'm telling you, this is like so big because it makes the champ like almost not like, don't get it twisted. Moon Knight's great. Moon Knight's a great champ, especially with the bug on his ult. We haven't mentioned that yet. Anyways, he's great, but this made it to where he was very unreliable. And unironically, it would happen so much. It's like, it's worse than getting a Panther no rag. Oh my gosh, this is a massive, massive fix. Alright, so Winter Soldier's targeting trouble. Addressed an issue where Winter Soldier's ultimate sometimes visually appeared to hit targets, but would actually miss. If you played a Bucky, I'm sure you felt this or seen this. It looks like you're gonna like hit the floor, but you go and you click the side of a wall and you hit the wall. It's very dumb, but it seems like they fixed it. Let's jump into this other tab I got open here. This is the hero adjustments. This is a great place to go. If you ever want to see nerfs and buffs, I think they release them every time they balance something. Give me a quick second. I'm speedrunning talking, it's not working well. Whew. Okay, so for our Vanguard changes, Captain America has received some shield while jumping. That's big. He wasn't able to do that before. He can now shield while jumping. That's huge. We're increasing his vibranium energy saw, which is basically if you auto twice, I believe. Could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure this is just the basic attack. But we're increasing the speed of it, and I think the range of it. So that's big. Reducing the ultimate from 3100 to 2800. Sorry. Another big change. That's very good because Cap was somewhat unreliable because of that. This gives him a lot more survivability, and it makes him feel like a proper tank, right? Because now we can contest cart way longer. We can shield for our team without having to worry, okay, when am I going to get my next ult? Do I have to use my ult to contest cart like overtime? This is big change. This is a big change. Whew. So we are separating Sentinel Strike from melee attacks. Captain will be able to use melee attacks while his shield is thrown. That's pretty crazy. Or during the team up ability charged Aegis state to activate the first 2 hits of his Sentinel Strike. So basically, if you know what Thor's bonus does, so you get to throw your shield automatically, this is making it to where you don't have to throw your shield. Because Captain America's autos, his left click, which is your normal like shoot, it's your right trigger on console, was the same as your melee. So it would do the same thing. And there was this weird thing. I don't know if this is supposed to be in the game, but if you run while you're playing Cap, and then you use your melee, not your trigger or your left click, you can actually run. It's like a stutter step almost. Like you run, attack, run, attack, run, attack, run, attack. If you try it without doing that, it doesn't work. But let's go. Okay, and then so using melee attacks in the air, that's another thing we can do. If you did this before, you would automatically proc your like leap, like your slam into the ground ability. So that's being fixed as well. Big change for Cap. I'm liking this a lot. This is a great change. Doctor Strange. So basically, we're just getting a health reduction, going from 650 to 600. I like it. You know, I think it's a good change. Let's get some other tanks in there, you know? So, Groot will be increasing the threat range of everyone's, you know, blah, blah, blah. Our Thorn Wall placement range is getting extended. So now you can hopefully catch your enemies off guard with your walls a little more, you know, pretty good. So, for Mag, we're getting a damage upgrade from 35 to 40, I believe on his left click or his right trigger of your console. And we are getting, less time on your shield, is what that is, which is it's not a killer change. Mag didn't do damage a lot, and so it was very hard to build ult. I think this will help him. Unironically, I think this will help him build ult more. It'll help him feel like a better tank. Because usually on Mag, you're not using your shield for shielding. You're using your shield for burst of damage, like Iron Man ult, Mag ult, Namor ult, things like that. Whew. Okay, so Thor, this is a big change. So Thor goes overload, right? If you press, I believe it is F on keyboard, I don't know what it is on console, you get your awakened state, and you can start throwing lightning. It's massive. A good change. This is making it to where you can kind of stay in that state. So let's say you press your button, and you go into your awakened state, you do your thing, doom, 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 doom. When you come out of that, I don't know if it'll be instantly, but you're going to have a less cooldown before you can use another ability. I like this a lot. Let's get Thor in the meta. He might be a little broken, though, I'm not going to lie. With this change, he might be a little broken. Expect to see some Thors. So, Venom. We are adjusting the knockback effect of Frenzied Arrival from vertical to inward with an inward knockback angle of 75%, and reducing the energy cost of Fear of the Abyss from 2800 to 2500. So, I believe this is... Frenzied Arrival is the dash move. So, I guess instead of knocking people up, it knocks them towards Venom, which is very good for his ultimate, and it's very good for his right click. This is the way I'm reading this. This is the way I'm interpreting this. And then obviously his ultimate ability is getting dropped to 2500, which is really low. That's a really low ultimate cooldown. But yeah, and I'll explain that later, hopefully, if I remember. Black Widow is getting buffed pretty hard for Black Widow. So a big, almost double mag size for her rifle. So less reloads on the field. And then the slow is getting upgraded. I don't understand the wording on this. Enhance the slow effect of plasma explosion on enemies from 80% to 55%. So I guess instead of being at 80% move speed, you're now at 55, I guess. Additionally, it will apply a 15% vulnerability. That is massive. To enemies hit for 4 seconds. I don't know if this is team-wide. It seems like it is. 1 second. But vulnerability is a crazy thing. Because now you can combo ult properly. You know? Let's say your Star-Lord's ulting. I'm going to vulnerable the backline with Widow. Now my Star-Lord cooks them. Hawkeye's getting a pretty good buff for what it is. We are increasing health. Just give him some more survivability. He's a slow character. That's a pretty good change. Reducing projectile damage of his blast arrow, which is his alternate fire. Explodes. It's the 3 arrows. While increasing the... I believe this is saying it's increasing the AoE damage. I believe. And then our Crescent Slash, which is his kind of like slash twice, knock him away ability. That's getting reduced, so less dive is going to hurt. Hopefully that made sense. It's going to be harder to dive him. And increasing the draw speed of the bow during ultimate, and raising the damage multiplier from 1.2 to 1.35. Pretty good change. I don't know if you can start killing through ults then. Hela's getting a pretty good buff. So the damage fall off at 30 meters will be changed from 70% to 80%. That is really big because damage fall off in this game is no joke. Like, I'm telling you, wait till we get to Adam Warlock, but damage fall off is no joke in this game. It makes a champ or breaks a champ. I don't like this. This is a lot of words. Alright? This is a lot of words. Let me explain this, though. Iron Fist, you know how he attacks. It's like... You know? We're reducing the damage of, like, basically all the strikes. Alright? The cooldown reduction for Dragon's Defense has been extended from 1 to 1.5 seconds. Okay, cool. So, you know, he's getting more defense. The damage from each hit will drop almost by half. Now you might say, wow, that probably kills the champ. However, every attack during that word, sorry, I'm not trying that, delivers a extra hit, dealing max % health damage. Why? We're giving this guy max % health damage. Okay. I guess so. This isn't going to be fun. So now if you're running 2 tank, guess what you got to ban? Wolverine and Iron Fist. Both deal max health damage. Groot is going to have a nightmare. Anyways. Increase the additional health from Harmony Recovery by a lot. And then it'll start decaying instead of just snapping out of existence. So it'll start depleting 25 health per second, that's a good change. That's a good change. And then maximum bonus health from damage blocked is increased, and then base health is increased. So he's getting tankier, and potentially, like this, basically a tank buster. Iron Man has a big buff coming. Big damage buffs, unironically. Unibeam damage is getting increased by 20 per second. That's, to be fair, that's a lot. That's a lot. I think this is gonna actually be felt. I believe that this is going to bring Iron Man into more games, even without Hulk. And then, you know, when he's in his armor overdrive, he's also dealing more damage, but by 10. But think about this, right? Think about this for a second. If I'm dealing almost 200 damage per second, that means in 1.25, not necessarily, but in 1.25, I'm basically killing a squishy. It's a little more than that, but like in 1.5 seconds, they're going to be dead. And this is without the Hulk buff, but I think we're going to get into that. I'm not sure 100% if that has this on this list. Alright, so Magic is getting a damage reduction in her regular state's normal attack. This is a good change, in my opinion. And then her ultimate is getting dropped on the energy cost by 300. That is, I guess that's fair. I guess it's fair. I will say that her ult does feel super strong, but I do like this. Like, I'm not like, she's not gonna be able to carry as hard in games, which is nice. And so that's awesome. I like that. Mr. Fantastic's getting a buff. Basically, I'm not actually sure what this ability is, but it's gonna have a knockback effect, and then it might be his E. Yeah, it seems like it's a Z. So basically, you're gonna get more range, and you're gonna get a, you know, a knockback, but your charge time is gonna go up. So he's not gonna be able to spam it as much. But on his ultimate, now this is a big change too. You're getting 20 more damage per jump. That's a lot. That's a lot. And I'm not gonna read this part yet. Don't worry about that. But basically, there's a new damage decay. So if you're closer to him, you're gonna take more damage. But his energy cost is getting increased by 600, which is a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. The Goon Knight. All right. Basically, we're getting, so Moon Knight used to have this like bug type thing. I don't think it was actually a bug, but Khonshu's hands would trigger damage really weird in his ultimate. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but like sometimes you'll Moon Knight ult and you'll get like a team wipe, and then other times you'll Moon Knight ult and be like, how did they get out of that like without taking damage? Basically, you know, this previous mechanic dealt 75 damage when positioned at the center of the spell field has been removed, and now has been increased the damage of each hit from 75 to 150. So what this seems to mean to me is you're gonna have more direct hits on each hand that are gonna deal more damage. But the upside to that is you're not gonna take damage from every hand, right? So it's gonna be a lot better. And then it reduces the talent's falling speed. This is also really big. By the way, quick tip for all you Moon Knight players: the first hand comes out to the left of the circle. It's the top left. I think this change is going to be important to know. So center them to the top of the thing, you know. That's just my quick tip for the day. Probably the second one or third one, I don't know. Scarlet Witch, you're getting an additional 100%, or not 100%, 100, that's a big difference, bonus health upon your ultimate ability use. And then after that, it'll start decaying. Come on, good change. Good change. Usually if you're playing Scarlet Witch, you have Mag on your team and you just bubble him anyways, but I like it. Let's give her some spotlight. We're reducing Spider-Man's web cluster energy time. So basically the little 5 charges you get on Spider-Man, that charge time is going to be decreased by 0.5 each charge. Awesome. Peter Quill's mobility. You're getting more energy in your flying, so you can get out of stickier situations more. I like this buff because Star-Lord's in a weird spot right now. It's like, how do you play him? Do you play him like with your team, or do you play him like a weird like dive thingy? I like this. Alright, so Storm is getting some more damage fall off, so she's gonna deal less damage at range. She's also getting a damage increase reduction. I don't know if that makes sense, but during her thunder weather control from 16 to 12%. But the allies damage increase. So basically, Storm has this ability to be either wind or thunder. And so thunder increases your damage while wind increases your speed. Storm gets a 16% damage boost, but now it's 12. While her allies used to get 8, now it's 10. So she's more of a team player. And we're reducing the storm damage increase from enhanced thunder during weather control from 30 to 25. So this was basically just a boost to one of the abilities, either the wind or the thunder. So I guess you would get 30% damage increase. Now it's 25. Adam Warlock, here we go. This is the GOAT right here. This is the GOAT. Adam is going to get a slight increase in healing from his soul bond. So right here it says the healing amount we're getting from 10 per second to 15 per second. That's a good buff. Come on, let's talk about it. That's a good buff. Oh my gosh, but this is amazing. This is amazing. Increase the damage of quantum magic, which is his primary fire, from 55 to 60. This is huge. Believe it or not, this is massive. Additionally, the damage fall off at 40 meters. That's pretty far. That's pretty far. 40 meters. That's a long ways away. Will be changed from 50 to 60%. Oh my gosh, guys. This is huge. This is a crazy... I don't think you understand how big this damage increase actually is. Not only are we getting a base damage buff, but we're also getting a damage fall off buff at 40 meters. 40 meters is so far away. Like, when you previously played Adam, you'd have to play frontline. Like, basically, you'd have to play frontline. You'd have to play like a Bucky, almost. It was really weird. It was really weird. Because that was the only way you could actively do damage. Especially to flying characters. Because they're already far away in the sky. But now, like, this is a massive buff. Cloak and Dagger is also getting a massive, massive nerf. So the ultimate ability, energy, is increasing by 600. And the healing amount of each segment is getting increased. So they last less time, and you move faster with this pause debuff or pause buff. So basically, you know how Cloak dashes and then she stops and then she dashes and then she stops and then she dashes. So this is gonna be like dash, like okay. So like let's say the normal is like dash, stop, dash, stop, dash, stop, dash. So this is gonna be like dash, stop, dash, stop, dash, stop, dash. Hopefully that made sense. But this is it right here. You used to be able to stack a Cloak ult and survive a Moon Knight ult. Now, they do not stack. When overlapping, only one healing effect is applied. That's crazy. They're like hardcore nerfing this character, and I don't hate it. To be honest, I don't hate it. This was like a must-have in every game. I don't like it. And then increase the vulnerability afflicted from Terror Cape. This is good for comboing things like ultimates or like Bucky Pull. If you Bucky Pull and Terror Cape, this could be a huge play now. Invisible Woman's getting a nerf to her ultimate charge. Basically, it's gonna take longer to get. Loki is also getting a nerf to his ultimate charge, which is pretty big ultimate charge nerf. Understandable. Let's be real. All these supports are pretty broken. And yeah, he's getting an increase to ammo count. Pretty good. I would say that's good because you actually run out of ammo a lot on Loki. And then Luna Snow is getting a pretty big nerf, 500 energy charge to her ultimate. These are good changes. Let's not play this healer meta game. Let's not play this triple support. I don't like it. I will say no Mantis on this, which is interesting. I've seen things about Mantis, but let's not worry about that then. Alright, so Atlas Bond, this is the buff between Luna Snow and Iron Fist. Basically, you would AoE heal around Luna, and also, I guess, knockback and slow enemies, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So I guess now, you're just getting a buff to it. Buff on the heal, buff on the slow. Dimensional Shortcut is being changed a little bit. So you're getting more health, but you're getting less time to get out. I'd say that's a fair trade. This ability could take like Panther basically out of a fight if Panther dashed right and then used it, because you'd go so far back in time. Now they're not going to go far as back, but they're going to get more health. That's pretty good. It gives them more survivability, but it's also in blue armor, which is good because that's not health. It's not healing, it's just armor. So it's going to go away and it's not going to turn into like a bigger problem. It's a great change. That's a great change. So Iron Man is getting a nerf to the Gamma Charge damage on Hulk's bonus. That is fair because this was absolutely insane. And then Hulk's team up anchor bonus is getting reduced as well. Too good. I mean, let's get Hulk in the game, you know? Let's get Hulk in the game. Let's not have him banned every game. Whoa. I haven't seen this. This is insane, actually. This is crazy. This is crazy. Guys, this is crazy. So, Moon Knight's previous team-up bonus would basically just make him go invisible in a circle. But now it is going to heal Moon Knight 25 health per second while in the circle. That's pretty good. And it gives, I mean, it gives Moon Knight more sustain without a healer having to look at him. So any of you Moon Knights that like to go play like weird angles and get picks like an assassin, do it, bro. And Symbiote Bond, this is the last one. Penny Parker and Spider-Man will enjoy enhanced survivability thanks to suit/armor expulsion enhancements. So reduce Spider-Man's suit expulsion duration from 4 to 1 second. Replace the 50% damage reduction with a new invincibility effect during the duration. That's pretty crazy. That is pretty crazy. That means when Spider-Man uses his symbiote bond effect, he will no longer stay in it forever. As you guys probably knew, it was like stay on him and he could move around in it. He was CC immune and he would take less damage and deal damage passively. Now we're getting rid of this a long time during it, but we're giving him invincibility during it. Same thing with Penny, except for hers is for 2 seconds and vulnerability. Good changes. Those are good changes. I think that's all though. I think that is it. So, let's see where the season goes. If you want to come check me out, we're hitting top 500 this season. We only hit Celestial 3. That's not good enough. But we're going to hit top 500. It's okay. One day. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and check back in for more Marvel Rivals content. Peace.